Right, welcome to the questions and answer section of the show, where I will be answering the questions that you present to me, whether it be through Twitter, Instagram, right here, right now in the chat here or down below, or you can do it via curiouscat.me/GRAX'Bishop, which allows you to ask these questions to me anonymously. Or you can do it in with your real name if you wanted to, but the selling point is anonymity. So at this point, I would have to have gotten up my questions, which I got on my telephone. So, first questions. How you doing? No. First question is from, let's see, Anon asked on the 14th of January, which facial hair is the best facial hair? And I would say that what I got going on right now is pretty good. And I know it's kind of cheating. It's not really facial hair in terms of a beard or a mustache, but I think it's the one that suits me the best. And it suits a lot of people best. But if we really, really need to have need some kind of facial hair, then I would say a full beard. I'm not talking a big bushy beard. I'm not talking a well-groomed beard with a combed mustache. But, you know, a good full beard. I think it's pretty solid. I used to be just like a full-on goatee. But, I don't know. I guess I've kind of grown out of that kind of stuff. But, yeah, a full beard is good and strong and solid. Anon asks, one day ago, would you rather poke a rhino in the eye or kick a hippo in the bollocks? That is an interesting question. And there's a couple of elements to that question. I mean, one of the elements is hippopotami are bastards. They really are true bastards of the jungle. And I'll tell you why. I mean, you might think that they're nice and jolly and pleasant with their big size and their big smile and their big teeth. Those fuckers could kill you. They're vicious, they're aggressive, they can crush things in their mouth. They give like crocodiles a run for their money. And here's another thing, right? Wait, am I thinking? Anyway, here's another thing I just remembered is about hippopotami. They shit everywhere. And they're real, or is that rhinos? Anyway, they shit everywhere. And what they do is they just stand around. It's a way of marking their territory and just being bastards. They take a shit and then they flap their little tails. They flap their little tails like this really, really fast, and the shit gets everywhere. It just gets absolutely everywhere, and it's disgusting. So yeah, it's not fun. The hippopotami are bastards. But going back to the question, would you rather poke a rhino in the eye or kick a hippo in the bollocks? I mean, in both cases, you're just asking for trouble. But if I had a gun to my head, I think I would have to poke a rhino in the eye, because that way the rhino doesn't actually see what you're doing. And they won't be able to find you and charge you and all that kind of stuff. If you kick a hippopotamus in the bollocks, that's really going to anger it. And it's not going to slow it down. It's not going to slow many creatures down if you kick... Well, depends how angry if you get it. If you kick an animal in the bollocks and it's paralyzed, then you're fine. But what happens if you kick an animal in the bollocks and it creates a berserker barrage, unlimited rage effect? It'll chase you to the ends of the earth. So, yeah, eyeball, please. What's with the fucking wig? Says Anon one day ago. Ah, right. Now, see, if you get to go back to my earlier video, you will be able to see the wig, which is in one of my creepypasta stories. It's a costume. I recently got myself a costume, well, a cheap costume of the Anchorman. Of the Anchorman movie with Will Ferrell? Will Ferrell. Shit, is it Will Ferrell? Yeah, I'm sure it's Will Ferrell. The annoying guy that does really annoying comedies, but he's actually a really good, talented actor who plays Anchorman. He's got like the hair and the mustache. I bought that for various costumes, and you know, I use it in my creepypasta stories. The idea of my creepypasta stories, I want to actually dress up as much as the story needs and wear different costumes. So that's my ultimate plan for that kind of stuff. That's why I was wearing the fucking wig. And to add to that explanation, I tweeted a picture of myself wearing a fucking wig. I put it on Twitter and I also put it on Instagram because, it's funny. Anon asks 4 hours ago, how's your wanger? It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's pretty clean, pretty non-crusty. And I'll tell you what, using E45 to wash your bell end is a great asset. Just a little word of advice out there. And it doesn't agitate your skin. So I recommend it, E45. Anon asked 4 hours ago, did you enjoy Valentine's Day? What did the GRAX'S domain do to celebrate? Okay, so, yes, it was a very nice Valentine's Day, I have to say. I spent it with my lovely girlfriend, Viv, and it was a pretty romantic affair, I would say. Well, we didn't go out. We didn't go out because we just, the weather was miserable and we wanted to stay. Oh, shit, that reminds me. Hey Viv, I don't know if you're watching this, but we still got to do these naughty letter things. We still got to do these. It's this naughty coupon book I bought from Poundland. It's got things like let's have some breakfast in bed, and what they are is one of them's out. What these things are is just a cheap piece of paper with a bit of text inside. You write what you like. You seal it up, and then you give it to your significant other as a trade or a bribe or something, whatever the right term is. Love. We still got to do these. So yeah, Valentine's Day. I got her 2 roses, 2 single roses, and the reason why I did that is because last year on our first Valentine's, I got her a single rose. This year on our second Valentine's, I got her 2 roses. And I'm planning to do one every single year. So next year will be 3 roses for 3 years. The year after that will be 4 roses for 4 years, and so on and so on and so forth. Then I got her a whole bunch of presents. I got her a lunchbox and some sensible underwear and some sexy underwear. And she didn't like any of these things. But that's okay, because I bought them on Amazon and I was able to return them with no questions asked. Hey, it's the thought that counts. Followed by the end of the night where I decided to woo my girlfriend by making her some lovely, lovely beef Wellingtons. When I say I make it, it actually turned out to be a group effort with the 2 of us who actually combining the ingredients of cooked steaks and mushrooms and ham and pastry, combining together, and we worked together to make 2 small, healthy-sized pastries. Those are very, very nice. Hers looked better than mine, but it still tasted very, very nice. And then we went to bed. Yeah, straight afterwards, we went straight to bed. And then within a minute, I fell asleep because I'm just too fucking tired. Let's be honest, I was just too tired for the rest of the week. And then the weekend, it turned out that on Sunday night, I got a fever. Not the COVID-19, just a fever. And then my leg swelled up, and it turned out to be cellulitis, which is not fun. So I had to go into the doctors on Tuesday, get some antibiotics. And that is why we go back to the start of this story where I am green teaing it. Why I'm drinking green tea, because I'm on antibiotics. I can't drink alcohol. Delicious. Okay, let's see if there's any more questions left. I think that's pretty much the list of it. Oh, right. Anon asked 20 hours ago. Sorry, I missed that. What do you value the most, the past, the present, or the future? And that's actually a pretty good question from Curious Cat. I don't know. It's a tough one. I don't think I value the past very much. I've got some good memories here and there, in all honesty. I can remember the good festivals I've had. I remember the places I've been around the world. But I tend to forget a lot of things. I tend to forget the finer details of my life. That works in a negative terms because I forget some of the details, but it also works out positively sometimes because I forget the details of some bad memories. and I don't see a need to remember those bad memories. Which is good in a way, but it makes it hard for storytelling because my stories tend to be short, and then when someone asks for more details about my past, I can't give it to them because I just don't know. So the past is not valuable to me in a way. The present, it's perfectly fine. It's always spoken about always being in the moment, always being in the now, which is good in some cases. But a lot of my presence right now seems to be busy because I'm working on all these different things. I'm working towards my future. Yeah, actually, I think it's my future. I think it's the future I value the most because I've got goals to work towards, ranging from creepypasta to changing careers, hopefully, and becoming super fit and buff. That gives me hope. That gives me a sense to go on in life. And also, I'm kind of hopeful for the future. You hear about all these different scientific advances, which allows you to believe that the world will be a better place when hopefully get tidied up and things progress and advance. And yes, the future doesn't look great in some cases, like, for example, Brexit. Fucking Brexit. But despite it being a bad situation, I've got to believe that things will work out in the end. I have to, because otherwise you tend to get really sad and depressed. But I'm hopeful for the future. So the answer to that is the future. I'm very much a fan of the future. And I think that answers all the questions. I'll do one last check just to make sure it's fine. Yeah, that's it. That's pretty much all the questions I've got going on right now. And unless some people got some questions in the chat right now, give it a second for people to catch up, then I reckon now's a good time to bring things to a close. Yeah.